Travelers on the Omnibus occasionally touches on mature subject matter with mature language. As such, audience discretion is advised.
Welcome back to Travelers on the Omnibus, a field trip through nerd and pop culture. My name is Ethan Skinner.
I'm James McCarthy.
I'm Brady Davis.
I'm Jody Kite.
Today we're asking ourselves the hard-hitting questions. If we were trapped in a room...
I'd kill you first.
Okay, there we go. We got the answer. No. If we were trapped in a room with any animal...
I would hit you first.
I would still kill you first.
Which animal would we not want to be trapped in a room with?
One that wouldn't kill you.
Gotcha.
I don't know, like anything that would possibly kill me. Like that's like
a kangaroo.
Thank you for an actual answer, Jody. I appreciate
You're welcome.
it. My submission is going to be the shoebill stork.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck that thing.
Mm-hmm.
I've known about it existing for quite some time, but it still haunts me.
I just found out about it, and it haunted me immediately.
Exactly, yes.
Probably a cassowary then. They're fucking dinosaurs.
Very aggressive birds all around.
They're literally the raptors from Jurassic Park.
Are they also like Australian or New Zealand?
Yes,
they're
Australian.
That
Yes.
makes a whole lot of sense.
For the longest, I was mistaken. I thought that they were like South American, but then I read like no, they're Australian. I was like, well, that fucking makes
that
sense.
checks.
Those motherfuckers get the emu and the cassowary. Jesus Christ.
Imagine if you're being assaulted by both of them at the same time.
No.
You just don't. You have zero chance of living.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Australia went to war with one of those things and lost. So multiple times actually.
Yeah.
So,
I thought there was only one.
no, there's like two emu wars.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Nice.
Oh god. Emus are
I'm
gonna take
learning
over the
things every week I'm on this show.
Yeah, it's a good.
You notice that shit stopped once we developed the atomic bomb. Emus are like, no, okay. We're just going to just chill
Well,
now.
they have their own atomic bombs, and now it's mutually assured destruction.
Okay,
so
there
we
you
can't-
Yeah. They're just constantly like threatening. each other
Leonid
with
Brezhnev was an emu.
Yeah.
it. Nice. Jody, what have you been up to?
I've been recently. I've been playing a game that came out 9 years ago. That much like a Peter Molyneux promise broke every promise when the game was released, and now is playable. Called No Man's Sky. I got it because it was on sale. It was like $22 or whatever. It was on sale, and I picked it up and then I started playing it, and I was semi enjoying myself, and then all of a sudden the temperature dropped to negative 200 degrees, and I had to get back in my ship, and which can't fly yet because I haven't been able to get the materials to get it to fly yet.
Because it's like negative 200 degrees.
Because No Man's Sky is like Minecraft plus a lot of weather shit. But I was enjoying it, and my buddy was like, "Hey, I've got a save file. Let me fly over to where you are." Not remembering nor telling me, because I don't know anything about this game, that he had some conspicuous items on his ship that attract unwanted things to come to you. And my save was I was procedurally generated on a planet that was also procedurally generated, which happened to be a very heavy Sentinel planet, which means that if you're doing things that the Sentinels don't like, they show up and fuck you over. So I'm just like, minding my own business while mining through some rocks or whatever. And 20 killer robots show up at one time. And I'm sitting here and I'm digging underground, and I'm trying to get away from them. And every time the timer goes down to where they don't see me anymore, then all of a sudden they see me because there's a bug with those things. And so my buddy was like, yeah, I tried to fight a couple of them, but they were really annoying, so fuck this, and then left the planet. So I had to quit the game because the Sentinels were there, and I couldn't do anything. So that was fun. When I reloaded the game the next day, they were gone because he's the reason why they were there. Also, there's a mineral I need to get fuel processed for my ship to take off this godforsaken rock, and it's nowhere near where I'm at. So that's fun. That's a fun time to have. So I'm actually enjoying the game. It's just currently at the very beginning of it, slightly frustrating because of all the different things that have happened so far. Yeah. So That's pretty much. I haven't done a whole lot this week. I've rewatched a couple of movies that I'm not going to talk about because I've already talked about them on the show. I haven't really been watching wrestling because it's on 15 different platforms and I can't afford most of them. I would say I've been watching the French version of Love is Blind, and the Europeans, I'm going to tell you this, they're not as trashy as the American reality stars, but they're dirtier when it comes to like tagging people along until it's time for them to make a decision. Super dirty. The UK one has 2 seasons, and it is drama-filled trash at its best, but sophisticated trash. So there you go. And if you want to watch the French or Swedish version of it, you could watch trash in subtitled form, which is also a thing. Oh, also I've been watching Dan to Dan. That show is awesome.
Yes.
It's anime, really good. It's on Netflix. You should check it out. And I started watching season 2 of Mashal.
I'll second Day to Dan. I've watched a few more episodes of that. It's pretty good so far.
Dan to Dan Seller, I get really cool. Like it switches its art style a lot. Reminds me of maybe not as high kinetic energy as Fooly Cooly or Kill la Kill or any of those Studio Trigger or Madhouse animes, but it's got that vibe to it.
It definitely feels like Studio Trigger sometimes.
Sometimes it does, and so, like the storytelling is really good. I like the storytelling. Sometimes the quote unquote what you would consider filler episodes aren't great, but there's always usually some sort of emotional weight somewhere, even in the filler episode. So I really like the way they handle that.
And you made it to the metal concert.
Yes,
that was pretty well. That's a pretty good fucking song.
that was a good song. That was hilarious on many fronts.
Yeah.
I'm like 2 episodes after that.
I think that's about where I'm at too.
Which is great. It's a great show. Check it out.
I need to catch back up on it because I watched all the way up to the house arc.
Right.
And like when I started watching, that was as many episodes that was out. So I'm like, okay, let me put it on the back burner. And I just haven't picked it back up.
Out of all the shows on Netflix, the one that really irritates me that they do this on is the Great British Bake Off has a thing now where up until I think the season before they started doing this like last year, where they only release 1 episode a week of the Great British Bake Off.
The Great British Bake Off, shows like that you can release in bunches. Like some shows, I think it's actually better to release like one or 2 a week, but shows like that you need to release those in like bunches.
It really blows my mind
because typically there's no carryover with those,
right?
So
nobody stands around and like talks about or needs to process.
It's not a
the Great British Bake Off.
It's not a water cooler show.
No.
Every episode is a complete arc.
Yeah,
and it's like boom.
every
It's like you have
episode.
Food. Here's your food challenge. Make food done, and then you do it again.
And most of them, with the exception of the different personalities they bring on there, every episode's about the same. Really, someone's gonna fuck up. At least one person, if not 2 people, are gonna fuck up because they're gonna ask him to do something ridiculous in a short period of time. And that's gonna happen. Yeah, but yet they'll release what they'll do for Love is Blind is they'll release the package of episodes that lead up to they have a honeymoon before the wedding, so that they have like a vacation. So when all the people that decide to get married are going to like go on their like journey or whatever, they take them on like they go to Cabo or some shit or whatever for like 2 or 3 weeks. But anyway, there'll be like 4 or 5 episodes up to that point, and then all those will be released. And then they'll release like the vacation episodes will be released all at once, and then they'll stop for a couple of weeks, and then they'll release the fucking wedding ones. Like I don't understand the Great British Bake Off being like an episode a week because that is a binge show.
Yeah,
if I've never seen one.
Yeah,
and then the rest of the stuff I've been doing will continue later on. When we get to that.
I will go ahead and continue on with like the video game aspect that you were talking about.
You been playing Silk Song?
I hear nothing but good about Silk Song, but I haven't finished Hollow Knight yet, and
that's fair.
Everyone that I've talked to that is currently playing Silk Song says beat Hollow Knight before I play it.
I mean that's true,
and so it's just. I have a really bad habit of starting games and
we all
just
do
not finishing it.
We all do.
Yes, we all do.
it's gonna be one of those when I have nothing else to do, I'll pick back up Hollow Knight, forget how to play, relearn everything, and then eventually move on to.
That's one of the reasons why I play so many roguelikes is I never finish the games are never going to be finished. Yeah. So with the exception of Balatro at some point in the future.
But I did pick up a demo for a game.
Oh yeah.
Soon. It's the new Digimon game, Time Stranger.
Gotcha.
I love Digimon. My brother introduced it to me. I like it more than Pokemon, and
that's good because the new Pokemon game coming out's got day one DLC.
I do not like
it. And there are 3 or 4 different evolved versions of the Pokemon that you can't get unless you have the premium online service.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Also,
it's wonderful.
It is Nintendo's greed. That's
they're
all it is.
They're starting to EA it all all over the place.
Yeah,
for sure.
Let me move on to this.
Yeah.
Digimon has historically not had any good games. Because they tried like constantly with Game Boy Advance games.
Originally they were like a Pokemon-ish, clone-ish kind of thing going on.
But they lean more into kind of like Persona.
They had like a detective game come out not too long ago.
I will legitimately allow inspired by for Digimon. I will. There's enough difference there. Like it's like, okay, we have monsters and there's a collecting aspect to it. But they went in a different weird direction with it. So I can at least respect that.
But all the games that they've tried to do in the past just haven't clicked.
Yeah.
And they came out with the demo for Time Stranger that comes out in beginning of October. It's good.
Oh, okay.
It has a lot of the same elements from the previous games in like this like series.
Gotcha.
But like I can't explain it. Like art style, the art style feels like much better because everything kind of just felt like clunky 3D models. But everything with the demo is like things are like interacting more fluidly.
Right.
Actual like voice acting.
Oh, okay.
Which the other games hardly had any of.
What publishing company makes those?
Mediavision.
Yeah.
Developed by Mediavision, but it's being published by Bandai Namco.
I thought it was Bandai Namco.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like playing the demo is just it felt like a different experience just playing the other ones. Because like is like Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory is kind of has the same themes of it, but again like very clunky, not really linear stories or anything like that. And Digimon Survive is just not good. It's like a video novel with tactics
visual novel,
elements.
Gotcha.
But like I'm really excited about this.
And this one's called what again?
Digimon Story Time Stranger.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, and I have other things that we will discuss later, but right now, Brady, onto you.
Okay, so I finished Letter from a Lonesome Shore. It was pretty good. I feel like this is the like there's not going to be like a third book in this series. It feels like they wrapped it up, or it feels like the author, she might go back and like do other things in this world maybe. But I feel like the story, who knows, because the way fucking publishing is now. But yeah, I feel like the story is pretty complete. It has a bittersweet ending, but it has like some kind of major changes. I think I still like the first book a little bit better, but this one does have some good. It is interesting. It changes, it evolves the story well, I think. And it's just like I said, both of these books have been like just nice little cozy books. The second one, it's hard for me to put into words how it's not my little gripes about the book, but they're very small, really, without like completely spoiling it, which I don't want to do. But it's a good series. It's a nice little series if you want like a little cozy thing. And like I said, it's a epistolary novel, so it's all letters and stuff like that. So that's very interesting. If you're not used to reading that and you want to like try something new, And it's like there's like this little nice mix of like it's a little bit fantasy-ish, but it's a little bit, there's also some like science fiction steampunk-ish type stuff, but it doesn't really like get into that super. But yeah, it's a good series. And I started another book which friend of the show Jason Holder had got me for my birthday, called Imbibe by David Wondrich. Wondrich. I don't know. I think it's Wondrich. I just misspelled it. But this is a book we both watch the YouTube channel How to Drink quite a bit.
Yes.
That's where I get a lot of my stuff about making drinks and stuff like that. And I have been doing a lot of drink making lately. Don't do it perfectly because don't get the right glasses or use the correct any of the extra little garnishes and stuff like that. But I've been making drinks a lot, and this is a book that Greg, the guy from How to Drink, talks about a lot. It's basically this guy he's taking the 1928 edition of Jerry Thomas's Guide to Bartending originally from 1862. This was like, he was probably like one of like the most famous bartender ever, probably. And he talks about like the history of stuff. I'm just at the very beginning, but he also like takes recipes from this and like talks about the different types of drinks, but he also pulls in stuff from different other places. So there's kind of this whole, it's like history, but it's also like straight up recipes that you can do and different things like that. It's a very interesting book so far. I'm very early into it. Right now it's mostly talking about the things that it's talked about is we're getting into like the life of Jerry Thomas, and then it also talked a little bit about this guy, last name Willard, who was like the basically the first bartender, the first guy to like really start doing
mixology,
mix drinks and stuff like that. So it's just kind of going through like the history of things and stuff like that. And it's very interesting. I hadn't really gotten into the drinks yet, but I'm looking forward to that. It's a very interesting book. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of stuff lately. I've been doing, because I had this recipe like last year or a couple of years ago called an Appalachian Buck, which is very good, I think, fall drink because it uses apple cider. It's apple cider, maple syrup, bourbon, lemon juice. You shake that, and then you mix in ginger beer. Great. It's really, really good. Really, really good.
Sounds
drink.
delicious.
But I can only get like a gallon jug of apple cider from Walmart.
Right.
They don't have half gallons right now.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out other things to make.
Right.
So I made a apple cider old fashioned last night, which was pretty cool. I actually got to use my muddler to muddle like the sugar and stuff like that. So that is really cool.
So we like making like pulled pork sandwiches that uses apple cider, and we also have that thing where Walmart only has like the gallons of it.
Yeah,
we've had the same bottle since like since February.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then after I got it, I went to Target and they have half gallons. So it was
nice.
Annoying. But so I'm trying to figure out things to use. I got a recipe for a apple cider martini that I got to get butterscotch schnapps for. I did find because I had said last year, I believe that I think just about any liquor you could put lime juice and then ginger beer in, and it tastes really good. Tequila, I don't think is one of those. I think it's just that like I'm not the biggest fan of tequila.
Yeah,
I've tried several things that use tequila
it's
as
a very
base.
tart alcohol.
Well, there's like this. Maybe it's just the tequila that I have that's so strong about it. But there's this like kind of almost grassy aftertaste that or like finishing taste. That kind of overpowers everything, and it actually in that it overpowers the ginger beer, which is very hard to do. Bourbon doesn't do this. Bourbon like mixes with it, and you can still taste the ginger beer, but maybe like this kind of overpowers.
Maybe
it.
Some kind of matcha flavored thing would work with.
Maybe. I do like a Paloma with tequila. It's just tequila, lime, and then you fill it. You grapefruit soda works. That's pretty good.
Right.
But most of the other things that I've tried with tequila are just fine.
Yeah.
To I really don't like this.
Right.
So yeah.
I think one of my favorite episodes of How to Drink I've watched recently is his. He basically took different menus from different hole in the wall bars. They're Mai Tai recipes.
Yeah,
and none of them are Mai Tais.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah, and I have made a cut because I this past like summer I've made a lot of tiki drinks. So like Mai Tais are one, but the problem with Mai Tais is it's really hard to get like because the kind of rum that's used in a Mai Tai doesn't exist anymore, so you have to blend stuff together.
Yeah,
and to get like a good the thing that he recommends is aged rum and then rum agricole. Both of those are about $60 a piece,
right?
And I don't want to spend $120 just for one drink.
No,
even though I like the idea of a Mai Tai.
Yeah,
I will definitely one day. I will go someplace that has a Mai Tai, and hopefully it will be a good Mai Tai.
Right.
But I've made decent ones so far. So far, one of my favorite things that of the tiki drinks that I've made is a painkiller.
Yeah.
If you've never had that, it's pineapple juice, orange juice, dark rum, cream of coconut. That's pretty much it. It's delicious.
That sounds delicious.
It is delicious, especially if you get like a kind of funky dark rum. Myers is a really good dark rum brand because it has like a very funky taste, and that comes through. But yeah, painkiller is like one of my favorite things that I've made in the past little bit.
I think the last drink, like I used to try to make drinks without a recipe a lot, and 9 out of 10 times it doesn't work out, and then the one time it works out really well. Like I made a drink with you can use either like sparkling water, but Sprite works better, I think, or 7-Up or something like that. And a shot of, this is in an 8-ounce glass, a shot of blue curacao and a shot of watermelon vodka. And it's really, really good.
I made something with like, it was watermelon juice. Was it tequila or vodka? I can't remember. I think
vodka pairs better than tequila in most drinks.
Vodka is just like, it's just
it has barely any flavor to it.
It's
unless you're drinking like the fucking top shelf stuff.
Yeah, it's really good for mules. Of course, like that's a mule or anything with like a ginger beer is like just about my favorite thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Dark and Stormy is really good, which is just rum and ginger beer and lime.
I'm a big rum and Coke kind of guy. So
I've been making rum and Cokes lately. I got a little because you can get the little the 6-pack that's like the smaller cans, and that's almost like that's pretty much perfect for it. And I had some, and I finally found some like some light rum that I really like that goes good with mixing.
And I found that like also that works.
Just really quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you want to sound sophisticated?
Yeah,
it's not a rum and Coke. It's a Cuba Libre.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Which is it's a rum and Coke. Technically, a Cuba Libre you don't squeeze the juice. You just put like a lime wedge in there. Right. But nobody fucking knows that.
Another thing that's really good with rum, especially like to the mid to higher grade rum, is like if you get like your barreled rum from like Captain Morgan's seasoned barreled or whatever it's fucking called.
Yeah.
Is either your choice actually, IBC root beer or IBC cream soda. But
I can see
the root beer IBC root beer goes really well with spice. The more heavily spiced rum is, it seems for me personally, that root beer blends well better than Coca-Cola does.
Yeah, that makes sense
because it just matches very well. The flavor profiles are very close, so
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I guess that ends
our drink corner.
Yeah, rum I think is my favorite liquor.
It is my favorite
to mix with stuff. I don't like drinking any liquor like straight. If I'm
really.
If I'm gonna drink something plain, I'm just gonna have a beer.
Same.
But I do like a good mixed drink nowadays, and I got like a really good like mixing bartender set from from Target. It had like the nice two glass mixer, muddler, bar spoon, strainer.
Nice.
It had a couple of other things with it too. Oh, Jigger, all that for like $30, and
that's a really good,
super high quality. I've used the fuck. I've
that's
got
a really
my
good
money's
deal.
worth from it. Really good, really good stuff.
Past few times we've gone to like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, or whatever. They're both the same store, and they've every time we
There's
go,
plenty of those.
they have this like really nice bartending kits that's not very expensive, and I've contemplated getting it, but I don't really know that much about.
You don't have
liquor.
to.
I don't.
It's
You don't
really
have
not.
to.
It's really not that hard. Like everybody, like when I make drinks for people, they're like, "Oh my god, this is so," and I'm like, "This is not like
Right.
It's
like cooking.
it's really it's
you just
spell-
follow
it's
the
following
recipe.
a recipe.
Yeah.
It's more so just like acquiring the different liquors and
Yeah, it's getting
eventually-
the stuff
and,
is-
and eventually like say I get something and I don't absolutely like it. I spent like $40
Yeah.
on a bottle that I'm
What
never
you
gonna touch
what you can
again.
do if you're interested in doing what you can do is I don't do this anymore, but what you can do is just like like find like a flavor profile that you like if you like base vodka drinks or whatever, buy a bottle of this one paycheck, buy a bottle of that next paycheck, and like slowly acquire a winery.
Yeah,
or whatever.
most drinks are like there's a base liquor, there's something that's sour, so that's usually lime juice
Or liqueur.
Nine
Yeah.
times out of 10, that's lime juice.
Yeah.
And then you have your sweet, which is oftentimes like a simple syrup or something like that. And then you have your other things, which some of it there's different liqueurs. Sometimes
blue
there's
carousel. You have Midori.
There's a sweet. There's sometimes either a sweeter liqueur or a more herbal liqueur.
Right.
That's where you got like your chartreuse and stuff like that.
That's a hard drink to drink by itself. By the way,
yeah.
I've had it. I've had it once because I wanted to.
Yeah,
it's herbal. It's very herbal.
Yeah, you put that in stuff. You
Yeah.
don't.
Oh, I know.
If it's spelled liqueur with an EUR, that's usually not made to drink by itself. You wanna mix that with something.
Right.
But it's not that difficult. And I will say the thing to look out for like a bartending set is there's the shaker, the two glasses. Sometimes it's like a smaller glass and it's usually a smaller glass and a bigger glass, but sometimes it's metal. Like the one I have is glass, and then the other one is the bigger one is metal. That's a good sign. If it's the kind of urn shaped shaker, those aren't that good.
Those are bad.
Those
and they're
aren't that
typically plastic most of the
Yeah.
time, or thin.
If it's made of metal,
Thin metal.
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what if you're interested in that. But yeah, you can get like a few things. Like I've only ever gotten like a couple of things here and there that's like, well, I'm only going to use this for one drink.
Right.
And you can usually, like I have a giant bottle of orgeat, which is like an almond syrup with like a really, really good. And I keep looking, but you can always like, if you get a thing, you can always like look up, like that's what I do all the time. Hey, drinks with this in it, and then like you can find websites where it's like, okay, here's all the drinks you can make.
Because like
with this
orgeat, that's something on How to Drink where he makes those.
Yeah,
like you can make your own. You can
stuff.
make your own orgeat.
I am super lazy.
Yeah,
it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of us are.
In fact, me and Holder a couple of years ago we made like this tavern punch is what he called it. And it's really fucking good. I think we still have some of the.
We got the Viking blood.
The Viking's blood.
No, it's good and extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
You don't
have no
feel,
idea.
You don't feel the alcohol on the burn on the after going in or the after. Yeah, it's dangerous.
It's a super pain in the ass
To make.
Yeah, because. One of the things is you need a cinnamon syrup, so you have to make that.
You have to make that,
and that's not difficult to make, but you have to pay attention. But you have to like watch it,
Right.
because if you let it sit too long, then you just have cinnamon caramel.
Right. Yeah.
But then the thing that I decided I was going to make is called oleo sacrum, and it's super simple to make, but good God, is it so annoying? Like it takes so much to get so little out of. It's really you take lemon peels and you put them in a container and you throw sugar on top of them, and that draws out the oils, and that's the oleo sacrum. It's really good stuff. Like it's really cool, but like it takes so much to
much effort to get
like
so little.
Man, I kept having to go to Walmart and just buy fucking lemons and peel them over and over just to get enough that we needed. And it's like, this is too fucking much.
Too much. Yeah.
That's why most of the time I try and find the stuff.
Right.
To like, I know like homemade simple syrup is going to taste better than the store-bought stuff.
Yeah.
But I also I'm lazy. I don't want to do all of that. It's already like a lot to make drinks, and if you're making a drink for everybody, that takes a lot of effort. I don't want to also have to make the syrups and stuff like that.
Right. Because I don't care that your basic what's the red pomegranate syrup?
Grenadine. Yeah.
I don't give a shit if it's terrible. Because most of the time you don't taste as much in most alcohols you're using. But yeah, it is the bottom of the bottom of simple syrups. Grenadine.
Speaking of grenadine, I fucked up making a hurricane a couple of weeks ago because I misread it and put 2 ounces of grenadine when it called for 2 teaspoons. Ooh. They said it was still good, so I guess it's fine.
Yeah.
Was it still good?
I mean, they drank it, so I don't,
if it's cold enough, you can pass through a lot. Like you can get a pass if it's cold enough, but grenadine's it's pomegranate syrup, so it's has a very distinct, like that's the only thing I like about Tequila Sunrises is that mixture together somehow works. So
yeah, I did. I tried those a while back because I had some orange juice,
and also I prefer screwdrivers. It's the same. Except vodka, So all right,
anything else, Brady?
No, that's it.
All right. Jay, over to you.
Hey everybody, Future Jay here. So we went long again on Magic. Now it's officially a trend, 100%. But no, this time we talked about some of the past stuff that we brought up, especially the Distraction Makers video on collusion and EDH. Gave a little more thoughts on that. Also went about talking about how I have gotten my new deck where I feel like it is playable. So I'll be hopefully maybe either playing it myself or just handing it off to other people to see how well they pilot it. And that's about it. So if you want to catch that is our next rest stop, Magic the Gathering Chatter Volume 3, which will be available this coming Monday. Or if it's been so long, then it'll already be up. How about that? Past Jay, talk about Minecraft. So yeah, all I did this week was play on a Minecraft server where I have a drill that drills down 100 blocks in front of me. I have 400 diamonds.
Did the Sentinel show up?
In an hour.
That's a lot of diamonds.
It was amazing. That's all I've done this week.
Nice.
Any feedback?
Yes, we have feedback, ladies and gentlemen, from my cousin Lionel Clark. Nepotism. 2 coming from the same episode, which ironically is our chalkboard on the top 5 foods and media. 1, he wanted to mention no mention of the Mad Hatter's Tea Party and Mad Hatter's Tea. It's like that's a solid. You know what? Solid choice. There you go.
That's what I didn't think about. Because you don't see much. You're not focused on the tea.
Yeah,
I've never once paid attention. I'm focused on all the weird people doing
the
weird
food,
shit.
I never focused on how delicious the food was. It just made people small or big.
Yeah.
Or crazy.
That is an out of the box one.
Yeah, and didn't consider that too much. Like, no, that's good. The second thing he mentioned is Beavis and Butthead had an episode where Beavis got some sour cream and salsa pork rinds. Those actually exist.
That doesn't surprise me.
And they exist only in the state of Mississippi. It's like a local, from what I understand, it's like a local thing. And so it's thank you, Mike Judge, for like now we've got farm raised catfish and sour cream and salsa pork rinds.
Yeah.
I bet you another state does them too, but
possibly.
What can you do?
Probably. Who fucking knows?
That is our feedback this week. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being passengers on the bus. If you'd like to leave feedback on this or any of our previous episodes, travelersontheomnibus at gmail.com. Again, that is travelers, 1L on the omnibus at gmail.com. Jody, where else may they partake in engaging with us?
Spotify.
Yes, you can take part of any of our polls for this or any of our previous episodes where they're still active, and also leave a comment on this or any of our other episodes, even if you haven't read it. Just, because you can't hear, so you have to look at a screen that transcripts all of this. We actually have AI transcripting available for the episodes, and I'm terrified because I don't know what the AI will think some of our words are. There you go. But ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you for being passengers on the bus. If you would like to share this experience with anybody, friend, enemy, or anywhere in between, we're available on Amazon, Apple, Spotify, YouTube Music through our YouTube channel, Travelers on the Omnibus, and iHeartRadio.
I'm now pondering whether or not the oysters from Alice in Wonderland are considered food or people or whatever the fuck.
Depends on if you're the walrus and the carpenter or if you're the people listening to the story.
Let's move on to the main topic.
A Jabberwocky is not food.
I apologize for the silence. I was trying to think of what to say, but here we are.
He was
I
disassociating.
have to keep that silence in now.
I know.
I want that on a button.
That's
Not the
what- I know.
silence.
So,
All I ever wanted. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you for returning to our main topic. Tonight, we're going to go deep into another top 5 chalkboard. I cannot talk for some reason tonight, apparently.
Oh man, it's really bad that
Yeah.
we picked you to host
Yeah.
this. Then
It's really
Wait
bad
a
that
minute.
you
We
picked
didn't.
yourself.
He elected it.
that's
Yeah.
even worse.
Yeah.
In a place where words can ignite both hope, inspiration, and also immense fear, speeches and monologues can have real big impacts on things. So tonight we're going to be going over our top 5 speeches and monologues in movies and TV shows.
I think we just had one now.
I think you got it back. I think that was
Yeah.
good. It was very well done.
Yeah, there we go. I wanted to do that at first, but then I'm like, nope, you're not going
it
to
worked out probably better this way.
Yeah.
Because composure. Anyway.
Yeah. Do we have an editor who has a bullet?
Dude, I have no fucking clue. You decide at some point in this.
We're gonna we'll play Spin the Gnome.
Spin the gnome. Okay, gotcha.
What's the gnome's hat pointing to?
The ground.
round.
Are you?
The gnome's
Try
hat,
again.
The gnome's hat built.
That was a terrible. That was the gnome's hat bent to where. Okay, so let's try.
gotcha.
Let's keep it on the table, Jay.
Jody, you have
Jody
bullets.
has the bullet.
Jody
Jody
Okay.
has the bullets.
That's how we'll do the. We'll do gnome spinning.
Gnomes know
spinning.
best.
Okay, gotcha. Jody can shoot something that is not a number 1 pick for some
Sure.
from anything. We're gonna start off with me.
You.
Me. Me. No, okay. I immediately knew what my number 1 was gonna be. The other 4 was very difficult to figure out, and especially in what order. So number 5 is so there's a show called Gurren Lagann,
Gurren Lagann.
and it all culminates into this giant fight where mechs are the sizes of universes,
bigger than universes.
bigger than
sir.
universes, throwing universes.
They are throwing universes
And-
like discs.
At one point, everything seemed all hopeless with the anti-spiral, absolutely decimating Team Gurren. And Simone gives this absolute inspirational speech as everything was going on, taking on attacks of this that has the energy output of the Big Bang, and everything that he says is just absolutely inspirational. Going back into remembering everyone who's fallen and fighting for those to come before. And my number 5 is gonna be Simone's final speech.
Nice.
It doesn't have an official title, but that's the one I'm giving.
Good
it.
enough.
Just who the hell do you think I am?
Israel is the one who will
I don't know
pierce
how to
the
spell
heavens.
Simone, so I'm gonna spell
S-I-M-O-N.
it. No, I'm gonna spell it like the board game company. So Simone's final speech.
Yeah.
Which for that company may be coming any day now too. That's a whole other thing from Gurren Lagann.
Yes.
Yeah, they sold a couple other properties that I had never heard of.
Yeah. Number 4. This is going to be from a movie in which I have never watched, but hang
That
on.
sounds like something I'd do.
Yeah, that
Sounds
is
like
a very
something
J-
I would do.
That is a very J move.
Yeah.
A movie that I've never watched, but I immensely want to watch it because it has my all-time favorite actor, Robin Williams. The Dead Poet Society. It is a speech that he gives to his class as to why we create poetry, why we read it, and going over the
That is a
natural
good one.
beauty of life
Yeah.
in general all around us, and how amazing and beautiful that one piece of literature can have an effect on someone. And I've never seen the movie. I've only seen like small clips, and every time I see it, it's very heartwarming.
It's a really good movie.
Very heartwarming, and it's also very disheartening to think that I I'd no longer have my favorite actor in this world, unfortunately. But yeah, Robin's speech. My number 3 is gonna be from Psycho. The movie. Was it the first movie we watched together?
One of the earlier ones.
It's one of the earliest ones, yeah.
It is going to be the Swat a Fly monologue from the very end of the movie, in which Norman Bates is sitting all alone in a room while everyone's discussing his mental break.
Yeah.
And
right after one of the most boring speeches ever, which is the psychiatrist explaining the movie to the audience.
Yeah. And
that movie had been made 10 years later. That part wouldn't have been in there.
Right. Just the sinister feeling from I can't remember what the mom's name was.
Did they ever even say the mom?
They never. I don't think they ever say her name in the original.
But
like the Bates Motel TV show goes into it, which actually is a very.
I've heard really good things about it. I just never
series.
got around to watching it.
But no, it's just Mother.
Yeah.
Just hearing Mother's voice while only seeing Norman's face, kind of like being warped. As you see like his personality change from Norman to the mother, and just sitting there like they're not even gonna bat an eye toward me. I'm not even gonna. They won't even care if I'm not even gonna swat that fly on the wall, and they're gonna say that poor young man wouldn't even hurt a fly. Just the sinisterness coming from
and that look with the very subtle overlay of the skull.
Yeah, it is absolutely sinister.
Yeah.
Next, onto a possibly an even more sinister being. From Adventure Time, the Lich. Ron Perlman is just. I couldn't have imagined anyone better
He's a great voice actor.
The Lich. Specifically, there's a point in which Finn and Jake, they go to this place called the Citadel to find Finn's dad. And unfortunately, the Lich had gotten an express ticket over there. And the Citadel is kind of like this supermax prison of intergalactic evildoers, and he somehow corrupts the entire Citadel and unleashes everyone. And he's back in his like full sinister evil power, and he opens up with just fall, and everything shifts to black and just like darkness everywhere, and gives an evil speech of Finn being all alone, just speaking of the atrocities that he's going to commence once he's escaped the Citadel, and how everything was his fault, and that he will be the pinnacle of humanity's downfall, and just absolutely evil. And my number 1 is the speech that gave me the idea of this episode. It is Magneto's speech during the trial of Magneto in X-Men 97. When Storm is shot with the ray to strip away her powers, Magneto goes absolutely just crashes out on the council, on the one that shot Storm, going into this like monologue of what have mutants done to become a stain on humanity, and what more do they have to do to get past all these aggressive transactions that they have not deserved to do, and that he's on the path to attempt to be better for the sake of mutant kind. And also ending with the sentence, "Don't make me let you down," as he's holding everyone in the stratosphere. Just the weight of all of it is, I fell in love with this show when I heard the speech. Just watching the shows, absolutely amazing.
There you go. That is 5 speeches.
Yes. Jody, it is your go.
So I also had my first pick was like immediate, and then my other 4 were kind of like a little bit rougher. And then so I started thinking about like all of the different movies and TV shows and media I've watched, consumed over my life. And I was like, wow, there's so many options here. I was thinking like, what's a good monologue? What's good, a good speech? And really, most of them had to do with, even though they may be monologues, there's usually one person present and usually like captivated in one way or another. And, whether it's by choice or they have no choice in the matter. And I thought, man, what's one of the more compelling ones I can start with? And number 5 is the speech that Carradine gives to the blood-spattered bride in Kill Bill 2 at the end of the movie, where he starts going into the superheroes monologue, where he goes, Superman didn't become Superman. Superman was born Superman. When Superman wakes up in the morning, he's Superman. His alter ego is Clark Kent. His outfit with the big red S, that's the blanket he was wrapped in as a baby. And so he basically goes into this whole thing where, superheroes usually put on, something else. But in this aspect of, this specific monologue, it's Superman is Superman, and his alter ego is, what most superheroes. It was just really cool. It's a really cool monologue. I like it a lot. I think it's really rad. My fourth pick here is what would be considered maybe not a monologue, maybe not a speech, but I think it's more of a monologue. It's very short. It's very sweet. It's by my favorite wrestler of all time, Roddy Piper. And it's the monologue that he gives to Jimmy Snuka while he's just sitting there. And he basically just, goes on a rant, screams into the camera. You don't throw rocks at a man with a machine gun. It's just watch it. It's great. It's fantastic. I had to throw that on there just because I thought it'd be great and fun. And then number 3 is another end of another movie, Fargo. It's the scene where she's driving, he's in the back seat, and it's just very simple, straightforward. She goes, all this death. All what happened and for what? For a little bit of money. And it's a beautiful day. And it's, and it's the sun's out and oh man, it just hits you really hard. Another scene that hits me really hard is the scene in Blade Runner with Roy Batty. It's the Tears in the Rain monologue that he gives. Oh my God. It's so heartfelt. And it's the point where you really didn't think there. The first time I watched Blade Runner, there was no way I thought I was going to feel for the androids. And that just like, it's just a gut punch. And my number 1 coming from me is an obvious one. It's from Network. It's the Mad as Hell monologue that he gives, which is probably only about like maybe 3 minutes long. And it really, one of the other reasons why I picked it's not just because it's a great monologue, it also echoes a lot of the problems that we face today in the world. And that like, it's got to a point where people are, have almost confined, self-imposed prisoners in their own houses, scared to really, do anything, go out, speak up, say anything. In fear of anything else getting in the way of their boring mundane lives. And I just that speech / monologue I think is also very echoes everything that's been happening in the past few years in our country and in the world really. So that's mine.
Very good, very good.
Real quick on that, there was Peter Finch from Network who did Mad as Hell.
Mm-hmm.
Brady.
I sent everybody a message in our group when I was doing this that this is incredibly hard to do, and that we probably should have done TV separate from movies.
Yeah,
because I could probably, if I really sat there and thought about it, I could do about 20 on each. And I stopped writing a short list when I got to about 15, 16.
To be fair, I did not imagine WWE promos.
I mean, I didn't even put those in.
I didn't.
But that is a valid idea, I think. Yeah. So what I did with this is I just instead of painstakingly going over everything and stressing out about this, I just went with my gut. So some of these are going to be probably a little bit basic, but these last two I put last because these are the newest ones. And I don't think they really but they're also rent free in my head. So number 5 is from Andor. Now there's 10 speeches I could pull from Andor, but I'm going to pull from Luthen Rail's speech at the end of season 1, episode 10, One Way Out. There's actually 2 really good speeches in this episode where Luthen is recruiting an inside man from the Empire, and he tells him hey, you gotta keep doing this. And the guy goes, what do you sacrifice? What I'm doing all of this stuff. What are you sacrificing? And what is my sacrifice? I burn my decency for a sunrise that I know I'll never see. I wake up every morning to an equation that I wrote 15 years ago that says
I'm the weapons of my enemy. That line in particular.
I'm damned for what I do. Yeah. And there'll never be a medal or anything said about me. And he ends it with, what do I sacrifice? Everything. Very good. I watched this these first 2 I watch all the time. Number 4. This is another speech from a TV show that I watch. That I watch clips of this, or I watch this episode all the fucking time. And this is Magneto's speech from season 1, episode 2 of X-Men 97. Bigot, ingrate. I started at this because I think that's when the big part. Sycophant, worm. So small that I could smite you with a step. There was a time when I would have smite you all. But my I can't remember the rest of it. Shit. But he also talks about how he's trying to live by Xavier's dream, and Xavier's dream does not ask you to accept us. It just asks you to see that this world is ours. It's all of ours, and we deserve a place in it. Yeah. Magneto has a lot of really good lines in this show. But yeah, that is also the part that, because there were some really cool moments in the first episode, but in the second episode, I was like, oh shit. And
to me, the second episode starts the season.
And Magneto is one of my favorite characters from comics. He's one of my favorite, he's probably top 5 villain. So yeah. Number 3 is where I started going a little bit basic, because I just really couldn't. I don't know. We'll talk about my short list. But this is the USS Indianapolis speech from Jaws. Shark's eyes, they're like doll's eyes, lifeless, and they take a bite of you and it curls back white. Fucking love that shit. Yeah. This is just this is one of the parts that kind of elevates Jaws from just a fun summer blockbuster movie to, oh shit. And Quint's one of my favorite characters in the movie. So yeah, it's great. And it's based off of a real thing, which is really cool. The Indianapolis did exist. Yeah. Number 2 is, has been mentioned before in the exact same spot. I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. And all those moments will be gone like tears in the rain. This is, Rutger Hauer's speech that was partially improvised. The tears in the rain part was improvised, which is amazing, which really solidifies like the whole meaning of the movie, and it's also this speech is the reason why you don't fucking watch the version of Blade Runner with the
unicorn.
No, with
director's cut.
Well, no, you watch that one. You don't watch the one with the voiceover.
Oh yeah,
because Harrison Ford, I don't know why he saved me, motherfucker. He fucking told you.
Yeah, right.
This speech was him telling you why he fucking decided to save you after he tried to kill you.
Yeah.
You, God fucking damn it. But yeah.
I blame the producers more than anything for that because he didn't want to do that, so he tanked it, and then they still used it anyway.
Oh yeah. That it's all on Ridley Scott's a bastard, but he also didn't want that, and nobody wanted that but the producers because they thought that people were idiots.
That voiceover is in there for the same reason Psycho's criminal investigator scene is in there. It's to treat you like it, I will say this. The investigator for its time is necessary. That was not necessary for Blade Runner.
Right.
It wasn't.
Yeah. And the first one is, this is funnily enough, this is a movie that now that I think about it, I actually haven't watched either, but I have watched this speech many, many times. And I think this also talks about this was a speech from a movie made in 1940. And I think that it still holds up today. This is the speech at the end of The Great Dictator.
As soon as you said 40, I knew exactly which one we were talking about.
Yeah.
Charlie Chaplin
movie.
Let me find the part that I wanted to. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass and dictators die, and the power that they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. I don't want to take up time looking at all, but yeah, it's a beautiful speech. It is a very strong speech. I can't listen to it without getting emotional. I think what's amazing is like one of the most well-known people, probably the most well-known actor, Buster Keaton's like the only other one that you could probably even think of the silent era. Charlie Chaplin, his best thing that he's ever done, I think, is giving this speech, which was made in 1940 about the Nazis and was directly talking to the Nazis while the Nazis were in power. It's really amazing. And great fucking speech. And I think this was one I actually didn't think too hard about. I don't think I'm going wrong by just putting this above all the other things that I have on my short list. So yeah, that's me.
Very good. Jay.
Okay, for me, this one was easy in the picking. I had my 5 within 10 minutes, and my 5 was pretty much a lock. It was, you can almost, my number 4 could be my number 1 depending on the day of the week and what I had for breakfast that day. I just say that right now. Number 5, I will say, out of all of my speeches, this is the one that evoked the most emotion out of me, and that emotion was pure unbridled laughter. This is Samuel L. Jackson's speech from Deep Blue Sea. Right before he gets immediately eaten by a shark. It's like, we got to rally together. Ah! And so that we had to pause the movie. I was laughing for 10 straight minutes.
Oh my God.
Because
I think that was the first time in a movie where I legitimately like went, what the fuck? Yeah. I don't think I had ever done that to a movie before. Like, Jesus Christ, what is this?
The joke about subverting expectations, that perfectly did it.
Yeah.
Perfectly did it. Absolutely 100. Perfect. Absolute. My number 4 is Robin Williams from Dead Poets Society. It is not of Love and Poetry. It is of Carpe Diem.
Carpe Diem,
which to me is the thesis moment of the movie, because he wants these kids to go out and take for themselves the lives they want instead of having it passed on to them or to have to conform to something that they don't want to have to do. Which that, if anything else, that is the resounding theme throughout all of that. It ends in tragedy for some, it ends in success for others, and it's one of the that speech and his performance is one of the reasons why I feel that English, like learning English, especially when I was a student, was my calling in life, and it was to learn language and to be able to communicate. And so, the Carpe Diem speech, everything about that, Jesus Christ. Number 3 is, in my opinion, like looking at everything, this is like top 5 speeches of all time as far as like the entirety of, like, at the very least, American cinema going culture throughout 3 years. This actor did not want this where it was put in the film, and that is the Patton speech from the beginning of Patton by George C. Scott.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Everything about, like, again, we're talking about thesis statements.
Did Francis Ford Coppola write that movie? I think so.
I think he did. Shit. Ethan will be searching that as I give my number 2. My number 2, this lasts a minute. I timed it because I had to remember, but it feels like it goes on longer in the best ways possible. My opinion is that this isn't him, but Tom Hanks is the greatest American actor. But if I have to pick a second, and it's super fucking close, it's Denzel Washington, and it's Training Day.
Yeah.
It is the end speech in Training Day.
Yeah.
Someone who is, again, we talk about thesis statements. We talk about people who present one and believe in the other. This is the very end of the movie where you see how raw he is portraying who he feels he is, and you come to find out he's nowhere close to that because the Russians finally get him. But it's going to be the Training Day speech at the end of Training Day by Denzel Washington.
That's a good one.
One of Terry Crews's first acting credits was he was an extra in that scene. Just being able to sit there and watch that, and you would listen to him just wax glowingly about that.
Yeah, Francis Ford Coppola was one of the writers.
Was one of the writers. My number 1. This one's gonna be probably the oddity of all of these, because it's arguable that this actor has had better monologues. He's had better speeches, but for me, nothing compares to Al Pacino in Scent of the Woman at the very end. When we talk about thesis statements and how he perfectly encapsulates, a great speech is something where you've heard the person talk and you feel it, but you don't register. It's like, oh, I had to sit this many amount of times. I could time almost every single speech because I kind of did it. I had to go watch it 2 or 3 more times just to get the timing down on this. His command of that scene, his just the overall, the character, and again to the notion of Charlie is being punished for not following the letter of the rule, when in reality we should be engendering and maintaining the human spirit that he's trying to uphold and defend. And he catches every emotion, humor, sorrow, anger, all of it, all at once. My favorite part, if there's anything else, is when he turns to the general location of where the other 3 guys are that won't testify at all, and he goes, boys, fuck you too, and just to take a moment out of that time to do something that's counterintuitive, you would think, to what he's saying, and still fits perfectly well into it. For me, there is no finer speech in the history of motion picture. We'll just leave it to motion picture as far as that goes. So my number 1 is the final speech by Al Pacino in Son of a Woman. That is my list.
Dang.
Really good lists.
Pretty solid.
From all of us.
Pretty solid. So there's short list stuff, right? Talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
So
Brady sounded like he had.
I had a couple. Get Busy Living. From
Get Busy Dying.
Yeah. Shawshank. Both of those, between both Morgan Freeman and my brain shut off. The other
Tim
actor.
Robbins.
Yeah, Tim Robbins. Where you have that, both those point of views basically being reflected off each other. That was one of my
Yeah.
That was on one of my short lists. And then there was one of two from Schindler, but I don't know. It's good.
So if I would have put one from Network, it would have been Ned Beatty's speech, actually, from Network.
Yeah.
I'm Mad as Hell is good, but like Ned Beatty, like he won an Oscar for that speech, and there's a reason.
Right.
And I think that one is
more well known.
No, Mad as Hell is definitely more well known.
Yeah.
I think less people now. Like if you say I'm Mad as Hell, I'm not going to take it.
Most people don't know what you're talking about,
but they know that it's from a movie.
Right.
But there's not a line from the Ned Beatty one that I could actually
Crazy
say
thing, that's not the end of the movie either.
Yeah.
That's like in the middle when that happens.
And I think that one speaks to still speaks to society today, but also but it speaks to like the thing that's causing the I'm Mad as Hell thing.
Yeah.
There is basically the beginning monologue and then the ending monologue of No Country for Old Men. My first thought was when Tommy Lee Jones's character is explaining the dreams that he had. Like there's so much like if you just take it on its surface, you're like, what the fuck even was that? But there's so much like stuff to dig into that. But then there's also the speech at the beginning, which is the fucking thesis of the movie. Yeah. There was I Believe in America from The Godfather, the very first words. There's a speech in one of the newer seasons of Doctor Who where basically the doctor played by Pier Capaldi is trying to talk two sides down from basically an all-out war. And he's telling them you think this is war? Like I've been in war that you can't even imagine. So yeah, that one's really, really good. I'm surprised that this one wasn't on your list, Jay. The Atticus Finch's final, his closing remarks from To Kill a Mockingbird.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. The entirety of that performance as a whole is the amalgamation of all of those parts. I can't single that one part out because if anything, when he's talking with Scout, just by himself, like you see, and one of the reasons why Gregory Peck again is like to me on the short list of like one of the greatest American actors. He is a lawyer, a businessman, a human being, and a father, and those four are all in there. To single out one in my head diminishes the other three, and I don't go into doing that. Not to like every part of what he did in that movie was great.
Right.
Everything.
That's an interesting way of looking at it. Yeah. I mean, that's it's just really tough to do. So
right.
I had a whole lot.
I had the good and evil speech from Robert Mitchum from God damn it, the name of the movie fucking escapes me now.
Night of the Hunter.
Yeah, Night of the Hunter.
Yeah,
that one's really good. Also,
yeah, that's a good one.
But we should probably. Yeah. All right, I think
immediate things we have two layovers.
My just to confirm, the Magneto X-Men 97 trial and that's the same speech, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I just stopped it. He gives like three speeches technically, separated because he gives like his statements during the trial, which is really good, where he talks about, people hunted me because we dared call God by another name. And then there is the immediately after Storm is depowered, and then there is the
accusatory,
and then there is the sycophant and great worm part.
These are separate speeches.
I think I think you're including it from. You're just going back a little bit further than I did.
Yeah, I from the moment Storm got shot, that's where that speech started for me.
Yeah,
and
it's the same speech, just a little bit.
Yeah,
just a little bit longer.
Okay, then considering that Magneto, X-Men 97, and Blade Runner, Tears and Rain, I think automatically go on the list because those are true crossovers that we have.
Yeah.
Anybody have any objection to that? Well, Let me ask this right now. Magneto can't be touched, but would you shoot your own Tears in the Rain? I'm just.
Let's talk about everything else first before we decide auto include something, like especially two of them.
I at the very least, we need to auto include Tears in Rain.
I think Blade Runner automatically goes on there.
Yeah.
That was.
Anybody disagree with that? No. Okay, it's on.
Yeah, I think Blade Runner automatically.
I cannot disagree.
Yeah, that. I've seen the movie like probably 10 times, and I cry every time that scene happens.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right.
We have 2 Dead Poet Society speeches, but different ones.
Yeah, they're different speeches.
I think they'll effectively cancel each other out, so I won't consider either of them.
Okay,
that's fair.
Let's see.
Do we see any groupings?
Not really. Everything's pretty separate from it, with the exception of the crossover ones. Everything else is pretty separate.
Mm-hmm.
I really want Deep Blue Sea for the comedic value, because now it's stuck in my head for a hot minute now.
I legit you will. I could be in a very bad mood. You mentioned that thing to me. Like one side of my face will at least rip a smile. I'm gonna say that.
Well, the reason it hits so hard is because it's a good, solid, serious speech right before that,
and the beat is timed so perfectly.
And nothing had been goofy before then.
Yeah. Right.
Well, you could argue, dude getting in the stretcher.
The concept of super smart sharks is by itself goofy, but I think more along the lines of
nothing. Well, I say nothing goofy happened before then, outside of just the concept. But then again, I'm thinking of the thing where the shark rips the dude out of the helicopter, and he's in the stretcher, and he's in the shark's mouth, and he gets thrown into the glass to break the glass. So I can't really say that it wasn't goofy before then. But
speaking of sharks, I like the Jaws speech a lot. I really do.
The Indianapolis speech. Yep.
We have 2 shark speeches.
Yeah, we do have 2 shark
One's
speech.
got a little bit heavier weight to it than the other one.
Well, one had heavy weight to it until a fucking shark ate him.
Yeah.
So
one
there
could
is
say, but they both had heavy weight.
Wait, are we comparing the Indy speech to Deep Blue Sea? No.
Yes,
they
we
both
are.
Look,
No.
they both.
You wanted groupings, motherfucker. You wanted groupings.
They both got eaten too,
You
right?
wait. I found another bullet. I'm shooting it. No, we can't consider
You asked
anymore.
for groupings, and we found them.
We found a
You
grouping.
can't be
I've
mad
got
when
the
we
bullet.
find the groupings.
No, I found my own. I'm committing Deep Blue suicide. I'm committing Deep Blue suicide right now.
Veto power.
Are we just gonna put Deep Blue Sea on there now?
No,
just
we're
to
not.
spot it?
We're not. But we're gonna.
That's why I shot it.
Well, if we're not gonna
This
put
is
it on there,
nonsense.
why are we even talking about it?
I'm using my bullet to remove it from being removed
Did
by
you
Jay.
shoot his?
No,
You're not good enough to shoot his bullet with your bullet.
he doesn't have a bullet.
I had a secret one in my back
you don't
pocket
have
for my own
shit.
shit. I committed.
You have Jack and shit and Jack left town.
Yeah.
All right, so continuing on.
So now that there's only one shark we can
Oh,
consider.
shut the fuck up.
it's like no, like
I don't understand why you were so against him knocking out Deep Blue Sea, but you were like, we are not putting that on there. We're just refusing to not talk about it.
So Charlie Chaplin, the Great Dictator.
Yes.
I've seen that movie, but it's been
I like
a long
when
time.
the shark ate him. And
Yeah, that was a great part
Dictator.
where the shark ate Charlie Chaplin, one of the few silent actors that actually had a career after sound happened.
Well, he was one of the few that didn't sound like a weirdo.
Nora Desmond,
and was also able to break away because you had to do a lot of physical, like throwing your like
Sure.
eyes around. Like they all look manic.
well, it was a whole different acting style too.
Yeah.
But I vote for the Great Dictator to be on the list.
I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, I have no problem with that either.
I cannot disagree.
Okay. So we have Tears and Rain.
Why do you keep putting it like that, Ethan?
Because he hasn't seen it, so he has no idea what the context
Yeah.
of
I mean,
it
you can
is.
still disagree.
Yeah, you can call him a sock fucking rude little rat dick bastard.
God
I'd
made
much
fun
rather
of and
not.
also explained why Hitler was bad before World War I actually technically started.
Yeah,
Two. 2.
Well, I meant 2.
Yeah.
How did the Mad as Hell speech go? Like, what? I know nothing about Network, and so
Network's a good movie.
Yeah.
No.
It's
Can I also say real quick, the 70s showed up really good here because you had the indie speech, we have Network. There was another one that I thought I saw. Shoot, maybe I didn't.
Can we pause it for a second? I can show him like the 1 minute clip from Network. Would that work? Can we do that? Is that okay? Is that allowed? So he'll know what the hell we're talking about.
I mean, if we do that, we also need to show him the Great Dictator speech,
Yeah.
and that one's a lot longer than
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Patton is actually like 1970. So
You mean Patton?
Patton, yeah.
A lot of those are 70s movies. Jaws is 70s.
I know. No, he's having fucking convulsions. Brady, come back to us. Brady, come back. You can blame it all on even he was wrong.
Did you really say Patton?
Yes, he said Patton.
Did you do that on purpose, or did you just not know, even though we said his fucking name earlier?
Go on, Jody.
Jeez, Patton.
You know,
I'm taking out another bullet.
God fucking damn it.
I'm only shooting Patton so that
Stop.
he doesn't. No. I'm only shooting that part where
Stop.
it's not
Jesus,
eliminated. I'm just eliminating
Jesus
the
fucking
mistake
Christ.
so that we had to cover this up. I got to put like 800 censors over what he said.
fucking Patton.
So
Jesus Christ.
I need you with a cup of tea
Let's-
and a British accent to say fucking Patton.
You have the same reaction when I said Benny Jesuits.
Benny
Yes. No.
Jesuit.
I am with him. I'm not disagreeing with him.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Can we talk about Trining Day?
Training day, yes.
Yeah.
Training days.
Training day, yes.
Training
Yeah.
Day. That one's pretty good.
No, it's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. I kind of want to shoot it. I want to take
You've
out
got
another
no
one.
power to shoot things down.
No, because he got shot by the Russians. So I wanted to, I'm going to shoot just the Y. Just the Y. Like, boom, boom. There we go. Just taking that. It's still on there. It's still considerable. I'm just shooting it.
Sure.
There we go.
Magneto.
What about him?
It's still our only other crossover that isn't on the list.
That is also true.
Yeah.
I am I'm not going to say that I would be against it being on there, but I also understand that it's super new, and if
That
it
could be a
doesn't-
good thing, though.
if it doesn't end up on there.
It shows that like there's still creativity left in the world.
It gets us a TV show and it gets us animation, but
Yeah.
which is not often.
And we do have some. We have the Gurren Lagann speech. We
the-
have
there's
we have
Andor.
adventure. We have the Lich speech. The Andor is not animated.
Well, like TV show. I was more so going.
Oh, TV. Okay, that's fair. That's a TV show link there. Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair.
But again, I'm not going to be super upset. It's been really fucking long time since I've seen Dead Poet Society, so I don't. I know like the vibe of the speeches that y'all talked
Yeah,
about, but I
right.
cannot
Yeah.
remember
Yeah,
them.
No, I
yeah,
get
for
you.
to
sure,
save
for
my
sure.
life.
I get you.
It's not. I don't think it's a bad movie, but it's not a Robin Williams movie that I go back to often.
Sure. It's no Patch Adams. Let's.
It's no Jack.
Yeah.
I watch that one every year.
It's.
I forgot
You
Patch
liar.
Adams. I forgot Patch Adams. So I'm gonna shoot the
What
ARP.
what
I'm
was-
gonna shoot the ARP.
Jay,
and
you
Carpe
don't have
Diem.
any fucking bullets. Like
It's no.
No,
It's no.
these are blanks.
It's
What
no-
are- no, it's a statement being made.
You're definitely stating something.
Yeah.
It's no Millennium Man.
Yeah. Bicentennial. Man.
Bicentennial Man.
Bicentennial
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. Close enough. Let's see. All right. Fuck it. Put X-Men on there. I don't care.
Okay, X-Men 97's on there.
Yeah.
Let's go Magneto.
X-Men
And since I mentioned Jaws, let's go ahead and put the rest of Brady's list on there, and we just make it like all five.
I don't disagree with that.
What the fuck?
I don't
didn't even realize
disagree with that.
I didn't even fucking realize that. Jesus Christ, people.
Are we okay with that? I'll do
What
it.
the fuck?
I'll
Well,
do it right now.
I wanted Jaws on there, so
So okay, so we want Jaws. Any objections to
What the
Jaws?
fu- like I don't want all my list on
I
there.
don't want Andor on there, but
Okay.
Jaws for
I-
sure.
Okay, say Jaws,
Okay.
Yeah,
Jaws,
Jaws for sure.
Okay,
Jaws, yes.
all right. So we got X-Men 97, Magneto, and
Yeah.
Jaws on the list.
Yeah.
All right, we have one left.
Yeah.
So
I
Andor.
think
I'll do it right now. I swear to God. Let's get his entire list
No,
on
no,
there,
no, no.
and then make him rearrange his own list.
No.
I am of the. We need one of the Dead Poet Societies
I
on there.
no,
I don't. I don't think so.
The reason why I disagree is because we did 2 different ones. I think they, instead of promoting each other, they cancel each other out.
I like the weight of out of all of these. I like the emotional weight and the commitment in the Training Day monologue at the end of that movie.
I don't want anything from my list on this list.
That's even better. Training Day?
I don't.
Training Day?
I don't.
Training Day? Ethan? Training Day?
No, I feel y'all's lists actually like completely outmoded, like legitimately.
By y'all's, you mean Brady's.
Yeah.
All right, so Training Day, though.
Yeah, I don't want to see Training Day on that.
I don't.
Well, I mean.
Now, I will be honest. I find Sin of a Woman like super overrated, but I get what you're going with, like the reasoning behind that. But the other ones are like, well, besides Deep Blue Sea,
and Patan.
But no, the Patton speech is like one of the most well known.
It's
speeches.
really, it's
the
really
Robin
good one.
Williams Dead Poet Society Carpe Diem speech is like, and Training Day, like all 4 of your 4 through 1 are like some of the like most celebrated speeches. Sin of a Woman one a little bit less so. But when I was looking up to make sure I didn't like miss anything, like those other 3 were on multiple lists all the time. So I don't think it's less than ours.
I want Roddy Piper to Jimmy Snuka promo. We should have a wrestling promo on here. Wrestling has been a part of television since the birth of television.
Yeah, if I would have thought about that, it would.
And
We
I
also don't have a television on there.
we
we
do
have Magneto.
Magneto. Effectively, it's a
That's
TV
true.
series.
It's a TV series. It's the
That's
same
true. That's
thing.
true. That's true.
It's just TV. TV is on streaming now, so you can't.
It's
like,
It's all
not-
the same now.
If I had a promo as mine, it would be Eddie Guerrero's Addiction promo.
That's a pretty good one. Yeah.
Any number of Ultimate Warrior promos.
Dusty Rhodes, Cold Blooded Sausage Maker.
That's a really good
We
one.
need to do.
Yeah.
We need to do a
and legitimately Hard Times. Hard Times
yeah.
is like one of the
We
best.
could
things
we
ever
could
done.
just do a top 5
We need to do
promo.
a top
Yeah,
5 promo.
now that we've
Five
done
promo,
that, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, network is often talked about as like that is one of, and it's still, besides the Magneto speech, which is which was made of course like much closer to now than the network. It's still like very prescient.
Psycho. It would be the only horror movie on the list that also has a very.
What are some good horror
Effective.
movie speeches? And we can't use Deep Blue Sea.
Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs.
I'm surprised
that's a
nobody
good
put
one.
that on there.
That's a good one.
That
yeah.
was a good one. Yeah, for sure.
So Andor,
I'll do it. I'll fucking do it.
it's just funny.
I don't
to me
think that.
that,
I don't think that Psycho beats Network on the monologue.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
That's
like
fair.
Psycho, like that's
Now-
a really good
now straight-
closing monologue.
Now, really and truly, Norman Bates's talk with God damn it, fucking Janet Leigh's character.
Yeah.
That where he said, sometimes mother goes crazy. Sometimes that to me is the pinnacle in that movie. But yeah,
Yeah, that one's too close to a dialogue for me to.
that's fair.
I also
That's fair.
agree. I vote for Network, but Network is on mine. So
Okay, we good?
I'm okay with network.
Cannot disagree.
All right.
all right.
We just constantly done things that Ethan has never heard of, so he's just like, well, I can't argue with that.
Okay. All right. We have the contenders. We have Tears in Rain, The Great Dictator Speech, Magneto from X-Men 97, Jaws, The Indie Speech, and Network.
I think the Magneto speech needs to go last.
Yeah, I agree.
It is very good.
Compared to all of this, yes.
Yeah.
No,
But,
I could stress
But
that.
compared to what we have, like that is not.
I agree.
It would feel wrong, even
Right.
though I love that speech and I
for
watch
sure.
this speech like all the fucking time, but like
Yes.
it should be below these other ones.
Okay. When you go to read it, remember it's
Yes.
X-Men Magneto. I've just done it like I don't want you to be like calling Magento. Like that would be bad. All right, so we got
Man.
yeah, Kirkman,
Flip man? What?
Jows, Jows.
Careful now.
You're mispronouncing.
He could
Deep
literally,
Blue Sea.
like the way you've written it, he could literally mispronounce it as Jang.
Or Jong.
Jong.
Jong. Yeah.
Number 4.
Or 3, 2, or 1. Maybe let's go to the top. Which one of these would you put as
Tears
number
in the
1?
Rain.
Tears in the Rain.
Tears.
All right, we've got the bookends. Now we just got to figure out what's in the sandwich.
I would say The Great Dictator should be number 2.
Ooh, I'll go Network.
I think one of those two.
That's close for me. That's
I think one of
really
those
close.
two
Dictator
should be.
has more of a world outlook, and Network is more of a modern society kind of.
Modern society from 50 years ago. Like, it's
Dictator
still-
is modern society from way longer.
But no,
ago.
I'm saying
70
that
years ago.
point works for both of them, in my opinion. Like,
Sure.
this one's more historical, this one's more recent, but they both touch on things that are like prevalent today.
Who agrees? Who agrees that Dictator should be number 2?
Okay.
All I know, Network to me is the only one that could go higher than The Great Dictator.
Yeah.
I personally, The Great Dictator above it,
Right.
but I'm not going to be super upset with Network over it because I think that's the only
What do you
one
think, Ethan?
of these.
If we're making these arguments, we're putting the indie speech at 4. Correct.
The what?
That's a good point. If Network and Dictator are 2 and 3, then the Indianapolis speech is
Jaws
4.
goes to
Indie
number
speech
4.
is
That's
Yeah.
fair. Let's get that out of the way.
Sure.
So,
All right. So the problem for Ethan is that he's never heard either one
Nope.
of these.
Yeah.
We need to stop and just let him watch both of them.
Am I going to decide the fate?
Actually, wait a minute. So, Ethan, you have a spot on the chart. I do not. So your vocabulary, which would you prefer? Just guess one. I'll just go with it. Just do it. Just do it.
I don't think
Man,
I'm in
this
any
is
position
like-
to make
Do it.
this.
Do it.
We're just stepping over the integrity
Yes,
of the
it's
chalkboard.
great, I know.
Just
Yeah.
stomping
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
No, you guys are going to
What is the
disagree.
point
No,
of
if he
all of
says
this?
network, you guys are going to disagree.
I defer my vote to the entire group.
Okay, so we all each get a third. So we each have 1 1/3 vote.
Is it 1 o'clock in the morning yet?
Probably.
Yes.
Yes.
Put Network on number 2.
Network at number 2. Okay.
I've got work in the morning. I ain't
Oh,
got time
shit.
for this fucking bullshit.
And then Great Dictator. That's still a pretty fucking good list.
It's not terrible.
All right. So, Ethan, announce it.
Taking a
The-
shit? What's happening?
It's like
No,
a
he's trying to pronounce Axeman.
Oxman.
The top 5 speeches and monologues in movies and TV. Number 5, X-Men. X-Men 97 Magneto speech. Number 4, the USS Indy speech from Jaws. Number 3, the Great Dictator speech. Number 2, Network Mad as Hell. Number 1, Blade Runner Tears in the Rain.
There you go.
Sounds pretty good to me.
There you go.
We've done it again.
We did it again. And
Thanks for joining us.
let's remember that Jody has the bullet for the next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't use
Unless
it.
you want to rando shoot something.
No.
Just in spite.
No.
And then we'll have the gnome decide again.
I live and breathe in spite, so.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking around with us and hopefully enjoying the show. We would like to thank forever and always McNerb Gaming for allowing us to record in their studio space. If you have any type of board gaming, card gaming, and or tabletop needs,
The Spider-Man pre-release is coming up soon.
literally,
the
literally.
day this episode comes out,
Yes,
it
the
will
Spider-Man
be
release
the Spider-Man
will be going.
pre-release.
Pre-release will be going on.
Yes.
Come to McNarb Gaming and get your pre-release kit and walk
That's
into
it.
a spider web.
Yeah. Yeah, look at Goshen, Mississippi, McNarb Gaming. We are Travelers on the Omnibus. I'm Ethan Skinner.
I'm James McCarthy.
I'm Brady Davis.
I'm Jody Kite, and I'm not sure if we have a show set up for next week yet.
We do not.
We'll figure it out.
Thanks for listening.
Try to get people to throw out suggestions, and we started talking about October.
Yep.
that
Yeah.
checks.
Makes sense with
I
us.
think we're waiting for October weather, like just in a little
For
bit.
next week?
that one weekend that we get in
Motherfucker,
Mississippi?
yeah, that one weekend.
the
we gotta
false
hold
fall.
on to that shit.
I look forward to the false fall every year.
The false fall.
False fall means that it's around long enough that you think that it's going to last longer. You have no, like, there's no, like, guessing that it's going to last longer. Tomorrow it's going to be 90 when you woke up.
I want to feel happy when I walk outside, okay?
My favorite part about the actual date of Halloween down here is it going to be 95 degrees or 35 degrees?
Yeah.
Dress accordingly.